Hey there, fellow Americans. Breaking news that's going to make your day and possibly your bank account a lot happier. The IRS has just dropped a bombshell announcement that's set to change the financial landscape for millions of Americans. But before we dive deep into this game-changing development, if you're interested in staying ahead of the latest financial news and updates that could put more money in your pocket, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss out on future breaking news that could impact your wallet. Now, let me ask you something. Have you been struggling with rising inflation? Feeling the pinch at the grocery store? Well, what if I told you that relief is on its way, and it's bigger than what most people expected? The Internal Revenue Service, with the final stamp of approval from the Trump administration, has just greenlit a massive $3,000 stimulus payment that's scheduled to hit eligible Americans' bank accounts starting March 8th. But here's the burning question: are you among those who qualify for this substantial financial boost? This unprecedented move comes as a response to the ongoing economic challenges facing everyday Americans. The decision, which has been in the works for several months, underwent intense scrutiny and negotiations behind closed doors in Washington. What makes this particular stimulus payment different from previous ones? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down today, and trust me, you'll want to stay until the end because I'm going to share some crucial information about how to ensure you don't miss out on your payment. Let's address the elephant in the room. Why now? According to inside sources close to the matter, the timing of this stimulus payment is strategically planned to coincide with the peak of economic strain many Americans are experiencing. The data shows that household debt has reached record levels, and the cost of living continues to climb. This $3,000 payment isn't just another band-aid solution. It's designed to provide meaningful relief that could help families catch up on bills, pay down debt, or even start building their emergency savings. But here's something that might surprise you: the qualification criteria for this round of stimulus payments are different from what we've seen before. The IRS has implemented new income thresholds and consideration factors that could mean more Americans qualify this time around. Have you filed your 2023 tax returns yet? Because that's going to play a crucial role in determining your eligibility. And if you haven't, you might want to pay close attention to what I'm about to share. One of the most significant aspects of this stimulus package is how it takes into account the various ways Americans have been impacted by recent economic challenges. Whether you're a small business owner, a gig worker, or a traditional W-2 employee, there are specific provisions that could affect how much you receive. But here's the catch, and this is something many news outlets aren't talking about: there are specific steps you need to take to ensure you receive your payment on time. The verification process for this stimulus payment is more streamlined than previous rounds, thanks to new digital infrastructure implemented by the IRS. However, this doesn't mean you can just sit back and wait for the money to appear in your account. Have you checked if your banking information is up to date with the IRS? Because that's going to be crucial for receiving your payment on time. The last thing you want is to be eligible for $3,000 but have it delayed because of outdated information. Let's talk about the timeline, because this is where things get interesting. While March 8th is the official start date for the rollout, the IRS has announced that payments will be distributed in waves. What determines which wave you're in? Several factors come into play, including your filing status, income level, and whether you've received previous stimulus payments without issues. But here's something many people don't realize: there are ways to potentially expedite your payment. The involvement of the Trump administration in giving final approval to this stimulus package adds another layer of significance to the announcement. The collaboration between different branches of government to make this happen represents a rare moment of bipartisan agreement on economic relief measures. But what does this mean for future stimulus initiatives? That's a question many economists and political analysts are currently debating. Something that's particularly noteworthy about this stimulus payment is its potential impact on the broader economy. Economic experts project that injecting billions of dollars directly into consumers' hands could have a multiplier effect on local economies. Have you thought about how you might use your stimulus payment? Because the choices Americans make with these funds could significantly influence economic recovery patterns across different sectors. The distribution mechanism for this stimulus payment incorporates lessons learned from previous rounds. The IRS has enhanced its direct deposit system and implemented new security measures to prevent fraud. But here's what you need to know: these security measures mean that some recipients might need to take additional verification steps. Are you prepared to navigate these requirements if necessary? One aspect that sets this stimulus payment apart is its consideration of household size and composition. Families with dependents might be eligible for additional funds beyond the base $3,000 amount. This recognition of varying household needs represents a more nuanced approach to economic relief. But do you know how to ensure all your eligible dependents are properly counted in your stimulus calculation? The timing of this stimulus payment coincides with tax season, which raises some important considerations. How will this payment affect your 2024 tax returns? Will it be counted as taxable income? These are crucial questions that need addressing, and I'm going to break down exactly what you need to know to avoid any surprises when tax time rolls around next year. Consumer advocacy groups have praised certain aspects of this stimulus package, particularly its provisions for protecting recipients from debt collectors. Unlike some previous stimulus payments, this round includes stronger protections to ensure the money reaches those who need it most. But here's something you might not know: there are specific steps you can take to maximize these protections. The rollout plan includes special considerations for Social Security recipients, veterans, and other federal benefit recipients. If you fall into any of these categories, you'll want to pay special attention to the specific guidelines that apply to your situation. Have you verified your eligibility status under these special provisions? Because doing so could affect both the timing and amount of your payment. Financial advisors are already weighing in with recommendations on how to best utilize this stimulus payment. While some suggest using it to pay down high-interest debt, others advocate for building emergency savings. But what's the right choice for your specific financial situation? That's something you'll need to carefully consider based on your unique circumstances. The international economic community is watching this stimulus rollout closely, as it could have implications for global markets. How might this massive injection of cash into the American economy affect international trade and currency markets? These are complex questions that economists are currently analyzing, and the answers could influence future economic policies worldwide. For small business owners, this stimulus payment could represent more than just personal financial relief. The potential increase in consumer spending could provide a much-needed boost to local economies. Have you considered how this might affect your business or the businesses in your community? Because the ripple effects could be significant. One crucial aspect that hasn't received much attention is the potential impact on inflation rates. While some economists express concern about inflationary pressures, others argue that the targeted nature of this stimulus makes it less likely to contribute significantly to inflation. But what does this mean for your purchasing power in the coming months? The IRS has established a dedicated hotline and online portal for questions and concerns about this stimulus payment. However, the system is expected to experience high volume in the coming weeks. Do you know the best times to contact them if you need assistance? Because timing your inquiry right could save you hours of waiting. Looking ahead, this stimulus payment could set precedents for future economic relief measures. The success or challenges of this rollout will likely influence how future administrations approach similar situations. But what lessons can we learn from previous stimulus distributions to ensure this one goes smoothly? In closing, this $3,000 stimulus payment represents a significant opportunity for millions of Americans to improve their financial situation. Whether you're planning to pay off debt, build savings, or invest in your future, the key is to be prepared and informed about what's coming. Remember to verify your eligibility, ensure your information is up to date with the IRS, and stay informed about any additional steps you might need to take. Now, I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on this stimulus payment? How do you plan to use these funds? Drop your comments below and let's start a conversation about this important development. And if you found this information helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell to stay updated on the latest financial news that could impact your wallet. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.